So, good morning. My name is Dr. Chudley Werch, and I'm the president and founder of Prevention Plus Wellness, LLC, located here in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. Look out my window. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Sunny, unusually cool today. I hope it's nice where you're at. I hope you're all safe and healthy. You're taking care of yourselves and your family. And if there's anything I can do to help you today to provide those essential prevention messages, evidence-based prevention messages to your youth to young adults, don't hesitate to reach out to me for any assistance. Happy to do it. It's an honor to do that. So you can always reach me at our website, preventionpluswellness.com. So this session will last 30 minutes. I'm going to walk you through the new 2020 program manual, digital downloads, and PowerPoint slides to the InShape Prevention Plus Wellness program. Now, let me just give you a quick overview. InShape Prevention Plus Wellness is a single session screening and brief intervention. So it's implemented in 3 steps like all of our Prevention Plus Wellness programs. Step number 1. You screen young adults for their current health habits, not just substance abuse, in this case, alcohol, cigarettes, but also their protective wellness behaviors, different types of physical activity, nutrition, sleep, stress control. All of these behaviors interact with each other. The wellness behaviors promote a positive image and a wellness lifestyle, also prevent they also prevent chronic disease and related issues, and also make it more difficult to engage in and sustain substance abusing habits. So screening young people for their current health habits, step number 1, that increases awareness within them of their healthy behaviors. Step number 2, you provide feedback about those behaviors to them, either individually, and there's a program in the program manual, a script to provide this feedback individually or in a group. And now we've added protocols to provide this in person as well as online, whether you do that live online, individually or in a group, by video, by phone. We give you a number of options. So that's step number 2, that feedback. So screening, health habits, feedback related to those positive behaviors, all the risk behaviors and positive behaviors, designed to trigger positive images of themselves in the future, engage in the wellness behaviors, getting more exercise, eating, getting more sleep, being fit, active, healthy, successful, very, very powerful key image eliciting terms. These are unconscious images. Everybody has them. To a certain extent at least, and they're very motivational, and that's the idea. They increase motivation for change. And then thirdly, the third part after screening, after feedback, is goal setting, not just to avoid the substance use, but to engage in protective wellness behaviors. So the young person can develop some self-regulation skills to set and monitor and change those behaviors, initiate that behavior change process. So you can see this strategy, Prevention Plus Wellness strategy, is definitely based on positive image communication, and it is a motivational screening and brief intervention. From that perspective, it's considered an evidence-based practice, according to SAMHSA, Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration, but also InShape Prevention Plus Wellness is an evidence-based program. It's been evaluated and found to be effective in preventing, particularly marijuana use, including heavy use, drinking and driving, and alcohol use, including heavy use, while promoting physical activity, other healthy habits, and what else was I going to say? Other positive outcomes. I just lost it right now. Quality of life, health-related quality of life. That's what I was looking for. Anyway, so, and you can expand it beyond a single session, but right now it's being used throughout the country, being used in college settings and community settings. It's been adopted and being used by our U.S. Air Force, at least on one base. So very flexible and can be used, and it has been used in the past even for older adolescents. It's for young adults I'd say anywhere from 20 to 18 to 25, 26, but it has been used for older adults as well in different types of substance abuse and mental health promotion situations and settings. All right, so if you order or if you get this manual, if you get this program, let me say you get two things. You get the manual with the scripts in it, the protocols to provide it individually or in a group, in person or online, and then you get a digital download. That means you get a link, you copy it to your computer for safekeeping. It includes your PowerPoint slides for your presentation of your lesson and every reproducible thing. Now, all of this is for those of you that might be interested, it's $499 per implementer. You get your manual, you get your digital download, you're ready to go. You can provide this to dozens, hundreds, thousands of young people. No additional cost. So the more you implement it, the cheaper it becomes per young person provided. So it could end up being, literally pennies on the dollar if you implement it widely. If you want, we also offer a 2-hour live program implementer training. We walk you through the scripts so you know how to implement it, how to get the most out of it, how to evaluate it, how to provide it both face-to-face and online. And that's 2 hours live. And the cost of that, for those of you interested, is $199 per provider, per implementer. So there it is. You have a manual. And so essentially what we're talking about is about a $700 investment. You're ready to go and you can implement it, no extra cost. At that point, you can implement it again as much and as long as you want. So, and because the content is scripted, it doesn't matter if you implement it today or next week or next year, or you implement it, I implement it. If we follow this script, there's that reliability, that fidelity with program implementation. Let's take a look at the manual. This is the new manual, the 2020 manual, a little bit different. Every year or two, we upgrade these things based on the feedback we get from our provider. So here's the table of contents. There's 7 sections in the InShape Prevention Plus Wellness program. So you've got an introductory section, you've got step-by-step directions for implementation. You've got a section 3, which shows you the screening survey and the goal plan contract. But those are also in your download, your digital download, so in a PDF, so you can make copies of those, hard copies of those, or you could show those PDFs online if you're presenting this live online. Section 4 is the script or the protocol to provide this to one young person at a time. You and one young person. That's the most tailored. Your feedback to them is based on their answers to the screening survey behavior questions. So, so if they answered yes, they get regular physical activity or moderate physical activity, you provide one response. If they say no, you provide another response. So it has that customization when you implement it. So some organizations provide this, and it's designed to be a universal prevention intervention for all young adults. Other organizations will use it as a selective or indicated intervention for higher risk young adults. It's up to you. It's very flexible because it's a single session, because it focuses on healthy habit promotion. It is very, very appealing to young adults, to funding agencies, to communities, to colleges, and so on. Fits very well with this idea of holistic or whole health or taking care of the full well-being. And when young people get a little older, when they become older adolescents and young adults, it is likely they've heard risk messages before, and so that can tune them out sometimes. So this approach is a very, very good way to get those prevention messages while also addressing broader physical and mental health. Then there's section 5. If you want to provide this to a group would be anything 2 or more, again, in person or online. There's a script for that. Section 6 are these new remote online protocols. We go through them, in more detail if you take the 2 hours live program implementer training. But we also have on our website a COVID-19 resources page, which provides you some instruction as well. And lastly, section 7 is evaluation materials, everything you need to evaluate the fidelity of implementation, but also if you want to pre-post assessment immediately before and after the lesson. And that could be done either using scannable surveys. You scan them, have your participants fill them out, you scan them and send them to us. We run a free analysis, or we've got the pre-post test and the goal plan now online. So you could send them a link, your participants a link, they can fill it out, and you get the data to track and monitor how well things are going. So that's it. That's the contents of this. And so let's just see exactly what this looks like a little bit. So when I talk about a script, there's the screening survey, there's the goal plan. We'll look at those here in a minute. Here's the individual script. So if you follow, it is literally a script. It shows you, here's introduction. You read the introduction. So you can see if you practice this a few times, you get very familiar with it, becomes internalized, almost memorized. So you could just glance down, look at the script. You don't have to read it. Focus on good eye contact on your participants. You show your slides, you provide your introduction, then you provide your screening survey. That's step 1. Have all your participants assess their current health habits. And you follow your script, you follow your slides. It's that easy. That's why the training as an implementer is only a couple hours. It's essential training to understand how this works, but it can be abbreviated because you have a scripted program. And then you're going to provide feedback. The first screening survey question was on moderate physical activity. So you provide feedback to that individual youth, or if you use the group script to the group, you'll provide feedback about moderate physical activity. And if they answered yes, they get moderate physical activity, you read the yes response, it's highlighted in green, good, go. You know, and it's tailored. Oh, I see that you engage in at least 30 minutes of moderate physical activity. That's great, good for you, congratulations. The benefits of moderate physical activity, that's the first part of our messaging. The second part is how substance use interferes or hinders with the positive benefits and images. And that's a simple, two-step messaging. Step 1, what are the benefits of a wellness behavior, in this case, moderate physical activity, especially in terms of positive images. And so if you look at those couple of paragraphs there, you'll see some image terms, I think. Let me see, I'm trying to see, but there's benefits, obviously, sleeping better, looking and feeling more physically fit, that's an image term. Energetic is an image term. And then other benefits as well, easing anxiety, improving self-esteem, lots and lots of benefits, helping you be more relaxed, happy, unworried, all really, really powerful image-inducing or cueing terms. But if the young person said no, they didn't get regular moderate physical activity, then you read the no response. No is stop, you know, warning, and the response is, I see you may not be getting 30 minutes. So it doesn't, you know, we're not going to put anybody on the spot, not going to give any negative feedback. Feedback's either positive or neutral. But then again, they get the same information about the benefits of moderate physical activity, including positive images, and then how substance use interferes with that. And then anyway, that's how things go. That's the, you know, the flow and the pattern of communication. Let me show you the slides so you get another perspective. The slides come in your digital download. You saw pictures of them in the manual, but here are the actual slides. So you show these slides. So if you present this to one youth, a young adult, or you present it to a group, you have to have some way to show this content for the visual learner. Good for you know, review. And also you're going to show illustrations and images that you want your population to see of themselves. You want to see them. In other words, you got to have representations of both genders, different ethnicities, different positive behaviors, wellness behaviors, And you are welcome to tailor these, to put in different images. So, so there's the introductory slide. There's the next thing, a reminder, you're going to complete the wellness behavior survey. There's the survey question. So if you present this face-to-face, you can have a copy of the screening survey. Everybody can complete it. If you do this online, you could just have them completed on a blank sheet of paper. So nonetheless, they still get to answer these essential questions about different types of physical activity, nutrition, sleep, alcohol, tobacco use. You're restating that first question. On most days of the week, you engage in moderate physical activity, at least 30 minutes, such as. And then the feedback, the positive image feedback, the benefits. There are those images again, like for the U.S. Air Force, they took out some of these images and put in other images that of men and women in uniform, so that it was a little bit more relatable, so that when these are presented, when these slides are presented to the U.S. Air Force at that particular base in Washington State, that they could see that these young women were likely their peers. And so that's, but again, positive image, positive feedback. However, alcohol, tobacco, other drug use interferes with those benefits. And so, and then there's a restatement of the second screening survey question and so forth. So you go through that, whole, this is the feedback on all of those screening survey items. And then there's recommendations for overall wellness, includes engaging in all the wellness behaviors and avoiding substance use, and now a cue to complete the goal plan contract. So you have two options. You can use the goal plan contract in your program, or you can use the one that's actually shown in the slides here. This is an online version, and you could send your participants a link, and they could actually complete it online, and then you could see how well your group of participants, how they are setting their goals and what goals they're setting. So those are the slides. And now let me show you the rest of the digital download. The slides come as a part of the digital download, but then also you get a PDF of all the reproducible materials. So here are the reproducible materials. Here's the wellness behavior survey or screening survey. This is what every participant should complete as a first step in the screening and brief intervention process. Then there's a pretest. This is a scannable pretest. You also have a scannable post-test, but remember, we also have online pre and post tests. We could send you a link to those, and we could customize the link just for your organization. So just your young people that complete your pre-post test and goal plans, you'll just have that data. It won't be shared with anybody else. So here's the pre-test. You can provide that immediately before the lesson, the day before, a week before. Obviously that doesn't take very long. There's only 2 questions. There's several sub questions, but there's only 2 items. And the first item measures behavioral intention, highly correlated. Most correlated measure and predictor of future behaviors is behavioral intention. 4-point scale of not at all to vary. In the next year, how likely are you to, and you're measuring not just alcohol, tobacco use, but e-cigarettes, marijuana, other illegal drugs, and also healthy habits, physical activity, nutrition, sleep, stress control. And then the second measure is a measure of perceived harm or risk or susceptibility, also very, very negatively correlated. As perceived harm increases, use decreases. And as perceived harm decreases, as we're seeing with marijuana use, for example, perceptions of adolescents and young adults, perceived harmfulness, or is marijuana harmful? Those perceptions are decreasing, and we're seeing a corollary parallel increase in use. And so that's why this measure is there, and it's a measurement of all 5 substances, not just alcohol, but heavy alcohol, drinking 5 or more drinks in a setting or a day, as well as cigarettes, marijuana, e-cigarettes, and other illegal drugs. Then you have a goal plan, which is a restatement of all the healthy behaviors, avoiding substance use, having young people, your participants decide what kind of exercise they want to engage in, identifying specifically what those behaviors are going to be, decisions about alcohol use, cigarette use, and other wellness behaviors. It could be stress control, nutrition, sleep, or avoiding other substances. And they identify specifically what that is, co-signed, signed, it's a contract, increases motivation for change, and then some very important post-communication. Post-test is provided, a instructor's survey, which is a self-assessment of the quality of implementation, and lastly, a fidelity checklist. So that's what you have in your program. I'm going to stop at this point. Now, please see if you can find your live chat option and let me know if you have any questions or any comments about this InShape Prevention Plus Wellness program for young adults. Is this something that you might or could use in your setting? Where could you use it? Do you see any potential barriers for its use? Do you understand how it's typically implemented? Do you have any ideas about how you might choose to use it? Any questions, any comments at all, click on that live chat, type in any questions or comments you want. Remember, you're online now with people from throughout the country. So if you want to share anything about your prevention successes with InShape or any Prevention Plus Wellness programs, how you're doing, generally, we can open it up and have any discussion you want. You know, everybody should be supportive of each other, especially during this time of the pandemic. Any tips you have for providing prevention programs online, whatever is coming into your mind, let me know. I just want to say God bless you guys for what you do for young people in your communities, families, for making a difference. And if there's anything I can do to help, please, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can find out more and locate me and send me messages from our website, which is preventionpluswellness.com. We also have a bunch of free resources on our website, preventionpluswellness.com. On that homepage on the top, it says tools, T-O-O-L-S. You click on that and there's a whole bunch of free resources. And I will be sending everybody who's registered for today's webinar a recording, a link to the recorded session. Please share it widely in your region and state. A certificate for half an hour CEU if you want to use that. I think that's about all I'm going to send at this time. Let's take a look at the live chat. If you want to talk, if you want to say something, let me know. I believe I can enable your microphone and let you speak if you feel impassioned, you want to say something. You're breaking up. Okay. Probably not on my end, probably on your end, because I'm using earbuds and I'm using a hardwire link to my computer to present this. So it may be that you're using Wi-Fi, and so anyway, but hopefully it's better now for you. But I will be sending you a link to the recorded session, so no worries. Even if it is breaking up, even if I disappear, even if you can't hear me, you'll be able to hear me on the recorded session. So thanks for that feedback. This is research-based. Is this research-based? Yes, it is. Been researched. What happens is you conduct, randomized controlled trials. You have evidence of effectiveness. You publish those in refereed scientific articles, and then it gets listed in evidence-based registries like NREP, the defunct NREP, and National Registry of Evidence-Based Programs and Practices, Blueprints for Healthy Youth Development, InShape, and our parallel sport prevention plus wellness programs for youth. Both of those are evidence-based programs. Both of them, in fact, all of our prevention plus wellness programs use the evidence-based practices screening and brief intervention format, and but nonetheless, we do call our other programs outside of sport and InShape, which are evidence-based, we call our other programs evidence-informed because they haven't been evaluated yet, even though they're founded on the same evidence-based process and framework. And that includes the Marijuana Prevention Plus Wellness program, Vaping Prevention Plus Wellness, Opioid Prevention Plus Wellness, In God's Image, which is a faith-based program, Sport 2 Prevention Plus Wellness. So those are, I think, all that we offer. All same screening, brief intervention, all but one single session. Sport 2 actually is 6 lessons. And we do, in the training, show you how you can expand beyond a single session if you have access to youth or young adults for a period of time. So I hope that answers that question. And then what area has it been proven to have an impact? You may have said that at the beginning. I did, but that's all right. I'll restate it. InShape has had a significant impact on preventing, reducing alcohol use, dangerous binge drinking, drinking and driving, even a year after that single communication, single lesson, marijuana use and heavy marijuana use, increasing physical activity and other healthy behaviors, increasing health-related quality of life, and there were some other positive measures. So very, very good outcomes from that single session InShape Prevention Plus Wellness program. But I say this to everybody who uses our programs or any evidence-based program: use your tools to assess how well it's working for you. You're a different setting, different implementers, different population. That's why when we train, we do talk about tailoring your program, and we do provide free pre-post testing tools, fidelity measurement tools, so that you can make sure that your InShape Prevention Plus Wellness program is you're getting the outcomes you want. You're learning from your participants, you're changing it over time to improve it. And so that's the process that we are happy to help all of our providers with. So it's a continual feedback, data-driven process to continue to ensure and monitor your program outcomes. Make sure your young participants are happy, make sure they're having positive results, promoting that, changing as necessary, and all of that comes from the data that you can collect using our surveys and tools. So all excellent questions. Any other questions or comments anybody else wants to make? We still have a couple more minutes. I'm happy to stay. If you haven't been to our website, please do check it out, preventionpluswellness.com. Type in your email, and then you'll be on the email list. We send out emails every week of upcoming webinars. Today is Thursday. We've already done 3 webinars. We have a training tomorrow. So lots and lots of online training and webinars. The webinars are free. The training, usually there's a charge to it because it's linked to our programs. But let me know if you're interested in InShape. Anybody thinking that they might use it? Let me know. You think you might use it right now, or are you using it? Tell us right now. Type in what you're planning. Are you using it? And if so, what setting? Or are you planning to use it? What setting? Let's see if we can get some feedback in this last couple of minutes to see what you are thinking. That I can tell you it's been implemented. It is being implemented in different kinds of university, college settings. It's being implemented in community settings. It's being implemented, as I said before, in military settings. So InShape Prevention Plus Wellness, along with all Prevention Plus Wellness programs, are very adoptable and adaptable, very feasible, and very appealing to young people, to parents, providers, and so forth. Okay, nobody else wants to participate? You guys. All right, well, just give you another few seconds just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm gonna go back. Not a lot of questions, which is good. That's fine. I'm going to send you, like I said, everybody who's registered, I'll send you a link to this recorded session and a certificate for half an hour of CEU, if that's helpful to you, and maybe a couple other links there to direct you to our website and to maybe get some feedback from you on how the training went today. Let me know if you need anything else, if you plan to use this. Even if you have a question after this, you could always reach out to me. My email, my easiest email, by the way, is info, at preventionpluswellness.com. And you could also call me here in Jacksonville, Florida, 904-472-5022. 904-472-5022, or just go to our website, preventionpluswellness.com, and you could reach me there. All right, that's it. I guess now everybody is done. So God bless you guys. Keep up the good work. Stay safe, stay healthy. Make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. And do please keep giving those essential evidence-based prevention messages to your youth and young adults. And you could do that quite readily and feasibly with something like an InShape Prevention Plus Wellness program. But if you want to explore it, I'm happy to send you a redacted sample of the program. Let me know. You can take a look at it. In fact, I think I'll include that in my email to everybody, so you can take a look at a sample of the manual to see what you think about it. But that's it. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day, a safe day. Enjoy your day, and hopefully I'll see you again sometime soon. Bye-bye.